Very busy out this morning, but I'm sure that's going to change as I make my way there. I'm still in Kentucky, you know. I'm nowhere near Kentucky or leaving Kentucky yet. I stopped at a gas station and then I stopped to clean my window a little bit, and now we're heading towards Lexington, Kentucky. I've either got to think positive or be consumed in this situation. Be consumed with bad thoughts, because I've never been away from my family and kids for a day or so. That's about the longest I've ever been away from my family, is about a day. So, and even that's on rare circumstances, honestly. Me and my family stay together. I've got a goal in mind, and like I tell my son Carter a lot of times, my oldest one, I tell him, focus on the task at hand, you know, because he's really bad about maybe starting one thing and then he'll completely quit before he even finishes that, and then go start something else, and then before you know it, he's got 3 or 4 different things started and he hasn't finished any of them. That's why I try to tell him lots of times. I said to Carter, focus on the task at hand. Get that task done. Once you get that done, then move to the next one. So for me, I've got to take my own advice with that, which isn't my advice. It's been passed down for many years by men, and it's something that I believe is good advice, is to try to focus on the task at hand, at least in many circumstances. But I'll probably have to make another stop or two, because where I'm drinking and stuff like that, that kind of goes right through you. That's something I have to try to work out with the trucking, you know, is not drinking too much, or you probably have to make a lot of stops. I'm sure that's something you kind of get accustomed to and kind of figure out the best way to go about that. And so I'm going to try to in my free time. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, you know, what time we'll get out of training and back at the hotel. But it starts tomorrow, which is Monday. So today when I get there, you know, it'll be getting dark soon after, you know, if it isn't already getting dark when I get there, because it gets dark now around 5:30 p.m. So, but I'm hoping to be able to kind of walk around and see a little bit out there. While I'm there, you know, there's 3 weeks I definitely plan to. That's something I love about traveling, is getting to see the sights. Look at those buildings. Wow, look at this. I'm not used to this. Yeah, so this is going to be the part that I like about traveling. This is going to be the part that I like. Look at these bridges. Wow. Look at that city.
Welcome to Indiana.
Mix of each. Yeah, so I'm in Indiana, I guess now. That's what I wouldn't even have known that if I didn't see a sign that said it, but my GPS said it. And then I kept seeing license plates that said it. Busy little spot here. Down here and give you a view of where I'm at now. Pretty place. City of Franklin, it says on that thing, that column thing there. It says, pray, time is of the essence. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Amen to that. Look at that. This worked out awesome for me. Oh man, I was gonna have to share a room with somebody else, and oh, it worked out awesome. This is the start. Is that a Keurig? Is that a Keurig? Looks like a Keurig. No, it's just regular coffee maker. Hey, I'll take it. What is this? Dark roast. We have to try some of that out. See what the view looks like. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yep, right now I'm in Indiana. So, yeah, I'm loving that. I'm getting this to myself. That's awesome. Check the bathroom out. Oh, this is awesome. This worked out perfect for me. It really did. Look at this. All to myself. So that's awesome. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to get, we've been talking about getting a cabin for a long time, me and my wife and kids. But yeah, that's awesome. Had a pretty long drive, but I gotta explain. It worked out to where, it worked out awesome for me. This did. I mean, it couldn't have worked out better, really. I'm so happy. I'm in Indiana, at their training facility in Indiana. I was originally going to Wisconsin, which is 3.5 hours farther than here. Actually, probably about 3 hours and 50 minutes past here. Let's ride in this thing. Oh yeah, look at that view. There we go. Now that's much better. But anyway, it's about 3 hours and 50 minutes, close to 4 hours past here. And I was gonna have to share a room with somebody. That's normally how they do these things. See, I didn't know that at the beginning. And then when I was talking to her on the phone and she scheduled me for Wisconsin, because Wisconsin is supposed to be dry van. Here in Indiana is supposed to be flatbeds. Which this is much closer, so I would have took this to begin with, but where I was doing dry van, I said, well, I'll go on to Wisconsin. But honestly, I'll take flatbeds if that's what I have to do. That's no problem. Especially after talking to Mike of the North about it. I'll take flatbeds if that's what it takes. But anyways, I was gonna have to share a room with somebody. Now I've got this room to myself, this whole room. Which honestly, I'll be honest with you, I was dreading that part more than about anything, having to share a room. Now I don't have to do that, you know. This is perfect. I don't have to share a room now. And I really like that, especially where I'm gonna be editing this video, because on the way here, I recorded some footage and then I was gonna kind of talk about some stuff here. Now I don't know, I'll be here 3 weeks. I don't know if I'm gonna be all 3 weeks, if I'm gonna be here at this place. Wow, look at that, even got a computer desk there. Nice chair too. Go and test that thing out. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is fancy for, like I said, a small town country boy like me. Even the woman, when I was down there, she said, yeah, we've got an indoor swimming pool that's open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good. And then she said, yeah, we've got a gym area too. So I may go there actually. I mean, I don't walk around in muscle shirt and stuff, but I do I always did enjoy lifting weights when I was younger. I don't know that I will for sure or not, but if I may check it out. I definitely won't be jumping in a swimming pool probably, but I mean, this is awesome. I got this to myself. And now I don't know that I'm going to be, and the whole reason this turned out like this is because we ended up changing today when I was on my way here and stuff. This was much closer, and she ended up changing it for me to here. That wasn't the plan to begin with. I was going to go to Wisconsin, but today she, to help me out, she changed it to here, to this location in Indiana, which is way closer. Still about 5-hour drive. I got up at 8 this morning, started driving, and I'm not sure what time it is now. Actually, I got up about 6 and I left out about 7:38 because I waited for daylight. But yeah, here I am, and I've got this room all to myself. I'm about to call my wife and kids, and I'll be able to talk to them a lot more comfortably. That's what I was dreading the most, honestly, is sharing a room with somebody. Like, look at this. I mean, just for me, I could do it, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. And I don't know for sure that this is going to stay like this to where I'm going to be in here by myself, or they may add somebody later on. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt if they don't, honestly. But if they don't, I prefer it that way, honestly. I know I've got to be, when I get in the truck, see what I'm doing, I'll be here 3 weeks and do my training. Then I'll go home. They said I'll be home for about a week, and then I'll come back, or I'll not come back here, but I'll go back out with my trainer for about another 2 weeks, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. And so I know at that point I'm going to have to stay in there with him. I even told my wife, I said, that's going to be the rough part, trying to sleep, and that guy in there driving and me in there trying to sleep, or me driving him trying to sleep, I'm just not used to stuff like that. I'm just a family man, used to being at home with my family and being around other people. I don't mind to work around other people, but when you're staying with them in a hotel and stuff, that to me, I prefer not to, honestly. Nothing against them, if I have to, I will, but this is much better for me, a lot more private. But now, as I said, I don't know that it'll stay like this. It may change to where, they end up adding somebody or something. Man, that's a pretty view out there. So I've seen some pretty sights today, honestly, on the way here to Indiana. I'm almost on the other side of Indiana, I think, because I drove a lot for probably 2 to 3 hours in Indiana. So, but yeah, this is a nice hotel room. I'm gonna rub this one in to my wife, kind of rub it in her face and show it. Just picking on her, but we'll have to go stay at a cabin. We've been talking about that for a long time, as I said. Turn that light off. But we'll have to go stay at a cabin. We've been wanting to do that for quite a while. We may this spring, try to go this spring, or even, I don't know. I just have to see what kind of time I get off to working here and everything. But look at them beds now. There's 2 of them, This is, I've not stayed in hotels much at all. I'm a lot different than some of the people around here. They can definitely tell I'm not from here. Like some guy I was talking to earlier, he said, yeah, he's got a southern accent. Talking about me, he said he's got a southern accent. And but yeah, my accent I think sticks out big time here, even though it's probably kind of country here too, but just not as southern as where I'm from. There is a lot of farmland here. But anyways, I'm about to call my wife and kids and talk to them for a little bit, and I'll probably add a little bit more of this video later. Very happy that I got this to myself, honestly. I don't know that it'll stay that way. The reason I'm not trying to talk too loud is because I don't know if they can hear me next door or not. I don't know about these hotel rooms. I don't know. I even asked the woman, I said, so when I go up there, am I allowed to walk out later and go outside? She said, yeah. She said, I've not stayed at hotels hardly. I don't know if I've ever stayed at a hotel, honestly. I've stayed at a motel when I was younger. Mom used to rent one so we could go swimming at the pool, but I don't know if I've ever stayed at a hotel, honestly. I don't think I have. I don't think I ever have. That's why I told her when she was saying the pool and the waves, and I was like, oh, that's fancy from what I'm used to. A lot of people probably laugh at that one. I'm gonna settle in a little bit, call my wife and kids, get my stuff put out of my bag and organized. There's stuff downstairs that you can buy too, and the way this works is they pay for the hotel for the whole 3 weeks, and then as far as the food goes, they pay for your breakfast and for your lunch, but I think you got to provide your own dinner, which is fine. And then on the weekends, I don't know if they pay it or not. I'm not sure. It seemed like they said maybe on the weekends they didn't, but I'm about to test this coffee out here. How do you even work this? So I thought it was a Keurig, but I don't even know how to work this thing. What is this? I don't know how to work this. Where do you even put, I guess you put the water in there. Hotel life, huh? I'm sure some of you guys know all about that. I don't. I literally think this is my first time ever staying in a hotel in my life. I really do. I don't think I've ever stayed. I know I've stayed in motels, the cheap ones, but I don't think I've ever stayed in a hotel. Ever. Make a cup of this and then call my wife and kids and talk to them for a little bit. I miss them already. She sent me a picture of my little girl earlier. I'm just going to think positive as much as I can. That's what I've been thinking. You know, I'm not going to sit there and try to think how much I miss them and stuff, because I know I'm going to. I don't know how to work this thing even. I may have to look up a YouTube video, learn how to work this. Put the water in there. I guess it's right. Or does the coffee go in there? Maybe the coffee goes in the water with it. It says power code water only. Where's the coffee go though? What's this? Decaffeinated. Oh good, there's a caffeinated one too. Smells good. I mean, do you just put that in the water? I got directions on it. Just show you how little I know. No wonder it goes in that little tray. See, I mean, some of y'all probably thinking, what in the world is this guy doing? So that's how it goes. Like that, I suppose. Then you close it. You do press that. First hotel coffee. What else we got in here? Oh, the good stuff. That drawer. The Holy Bible. Placed by the Gideons. The Book of Mormon. What in the world does that mean? Another testament of Jesus Christ? What in the world? Jerome? Enos? Where did all this come from? Cause, belief, Moroni, ether. Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what I've heard of Mormon. I don't even know. I don't know why where this is supposed to have derived from. Test this thing out here. Coffee with a little fancy cup holder. See, like I said, a lot of people probably laugh at that, me saying that, but for me, that is fancy. I ain't used to that kind of stuff. Smells good. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, coffee, it's a spot. Pretty out here. It feels good tonight. I like it when it's cool like this. Went to Wendy's and got me something to eat. Pretty hungry. I ain't ate since earlier this morning. And by the way, if you can't tell, I got off that diet after I did the carnivore thing. Back to my full form now. Look at this guy over here. I want to show this. Pretty funny. Pilot. I think that tongue's a little far from the pole, but can't really tell from far away. Some kind of visiting center. Lake County. I'm not sure what this is. Buffalo over there. Wasn't too far of a walk though. I'm not going to show you the exact hotel I'm staying at, because then who knows with some people online. I called my wife and kids and talked to them for a while on something called Google Meet, where you can see one another's faces. Now I'm heading back to the hotel. Gonna eat. I'm hungry. I ain't ate since this morning, like I said. Well, I guess I'm about to end it here soon now. I've called my wife and kids probably about 4 times. Most of the time I call with it's either Google Duo or Google Meet. The name has changed. That way I can see all of them while I'm talking to them. So that helps a lot, being able to see them and being this far away from them. Honestly, my feelings right now are good. I feel motivated. Just a little tired. Today's been a long day. A lot of driving, and got up pretty early too, and to get ready and everything, and got to get up early tomorrow, probably around 5:30. We got to meet in the lobby downstairs. I haven't met these other people yet that I'm going to be training with, but they're staying here. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that got a room to myself like this. But I don't know that that'll last. So it probably won't, because I think their trainings here at Roehl, or how do they pronounce that? I was calling it Roehl. It's not called Roehl or Roehl. Roehl. That's how they pronounce it. It's Roehl, but they pronounce it Roehl. But I haven't met my fellow classmates yet. But tomorrow we've got to meet down in the lobby at 6:30 a.m. So I plan to meet them then. And I guess we're carpooling from here to the training facility. I think it's around 8 hours. I talked to my cousin about it a little bit. Me and him has been talking back and forth. I'm looking forward to him starting his channel. He's been trucking now for, I'm not sure how long exactly. I'm guessing 6 months, maybe a little longer, something like that. But he's out on his own now in the truck. He's younger than I am. But yeah, I ended up getting placed here at the Indiana facility instead of Wisconsin, and I'm very glad, because the one at Wisconsin, I think, was around close to 4 hours past this one, so that shows you how far away it was. I was looking forward to seeing those lakes and everything, but my main thing is to focus on getting this done and everything, and getting out and being a trucker, you know, making some money. So far so good. If you're watching this and you're interested in a program or in trying to get your CDL and getting started with trucking, I plan to do a whole series on that. And then I plan to kind of, you know, show my beginning, and, you know, give you my thoughts and my first year and everything, and even beyond, you know. And I'll be doing firewood as well. Lots of people on here know me as a guy that does firewood, and I plan to continue to do that. Actually, honestly, this will probably open up lots of opportunities with the firewood as far as equipment and stuff goes. I've been wanting a dump truck for quite a while. That's something I intend to get, but I don't want to get off subject too much. If you're interested in getting your CDL and everything, I'll do my best to put out as much information as I can based on my experience. But there's all kinds of other people out there that have already done that. But I feel like maybe there'll be things I can share that may be able to help as well. Like as far as getting started, even my cousin paid $5,000 to start his school. Not everybody has that. Well, I didn't have to pay anything for this program with Roehl. What it is, it's paid CDL training, and they pay you actually while you're training to get your CDL to work for them for at least I think it's 120,000 miles. You sign a contract and you've got to, you know, drive for them for 120,000 miles, and then your contract will be up. And that's their way of pretty much paying for your training for you. You know, it ensures them that you're going to work for them. But it also ensures you that you're getting a CDL so long as you pass all of this and everything. I've already done a video on how to get your CLP, your commercial learner's permit, and now I plan to also do a video on how to get started in something like this with Roehl. There was another business I had spoke to before, and I'm not even going to mention them because of how they changed their story with me after telling me one thing, and then they just randomly changed, and so I'm not even going to mention that company. But so far, this one has been very good. I mean, I've talked to the woman on the phone today, and they were very helpful so far already with this stuff. They've been helpful already. I'm seeing good things already early on. and I'm not just saying that either. I'll be straight up honest with you, with how it goes. But I'm hoping I'll get the training a standard. I don't know if they have those or not, standard shift. My cousin was saying you'll have restrictions on your CDL if you don't do that. So I really like to do that. I'd like to learn as much as I can, be invaluable as I can, That's all. I feel like I've been like that for a lot of my life. If I'm doing a job, I want to try to do my best at it and learn as much as I can, be as valuable to who I'm working for. And later on down the road, as I said, my plan is to either be a owner-operator and maybe still continue to do it for Roehl, or I don't know where the road will take me. I'll have to get into this and see. I've got experience as a business owner. I've ran my own business for 5 years, and I've got the experience. I know what it takes. I chose a different business. I did lawn care and landscaping before, and I never did like residential lawn care, honestly. I always liked commercial, but I did residential mainly for myself, and I just got tired of it and decided to go a different route, and this is the route I decided to take, and there's more than one reason for why. But anyways, if you're thinking about trying to get your CDL and you're interested in how to do that, and you think you've got to pay all this money to do that, you don't, and I'll do my best to show you what I mean by that and show you how I'm getting mine, the process of it, the whole process. My CLP, I've already got that on there, commercial learner's permit. And then this training, I'm going to document it as well. Tomorrow will be my first day. This is just kind of, I guess I could add a list too of what all you need to bring when you come here to the hotel. Like for one, you've got to get a physical, a DOT physical or I did for this company anyways. I had to get a DOT physical. You have to pass that, your vision and everything like that, and then they give you a medical certificate with that. So you've got to bring that medical certificate with you when you come here. You've got to bring 2 forms of ID. So like I've got my ID, or my driver's license, and I've got my birth certificate. I'm trying to think of what else you needed to bring. Of course, you want to bring your stuff, enough stuff for 3 weeks, your clothes, and they've got a laundry room here at this hotel. But I try to bring enough clothes, and for the time that I'll be here, all the stuff you need to take care of yourself, hygiene and all that stuff. And then they're providing breakfast and lunch here, but I've got to provide my own dinner. So that's something you need to keep in mind as well. Bring a little bit of money to take care of your dinner prices, and which for me isn't expensive. I can live off peanut butter sandwiches, honestly. Before me and my wife got together and I used to work, a sheet metal worker, I gave myself $50 a week to budget on, and I could eat, peanut butter sandwiches and Pop-Tarts back then. I could live off of that, canned food, ravioli and stuff. I'm not a picky eater. As long as it fills me up and I feel satisfied, I'm fine. But anyways, I'll try to, I'm just a beginner in this. I really haven't even began yet. So, but that's my intention, and I'm just going to kind of document that and show, and hopefully maybe it can help somebody else, or maybe you just enjoy watching this kind of stuff, But as I said, if you're interested in being a truck driver, being a trucker, maybe think of changing your career, or you're young and you're thinking this is for you, but you think you've got to have all kinds of money. As I said, you don't have to do that. There's programs out there that'll pay you to train. You just have to sign a contract with them. And I would do my research and try to find a company that's good, because as I mentioned, the first company I reached out to, I'm glad I didn't go with them after the way things turned out. But anyways, glad to be here. I'm excited about and nervous. I'm excited and nervous about getting started tomorrow morning, meeting everybody and seeing where it goes from here. I think I've got 3 weeks of training. Then I go home for a week, and then from there I'll meet my trainer in Kentucky, and we'll be riding in a truck together. Hopefully he'll let me record, because I want to record that as well. And by then I plan to have me my Christmas present to myself this year. I plan to get me a GoPro, something I've been wanting for quite a while anyways. I just have to figure out how to use one of those, but it'll be very handy, especially for trucking. You really need that. It's be very hard to record, because you're in and out of the truck, and then when you're driving as well, you want both hands on the wheel. So, but anyways, I appreciate you all watching as always, and I appreciate your all support too. A lot of you all commented on the post that I posted, I think it was yesterday, mentioning how that I was going to Wisconsin and going to be starting my training. And a lot of y'all were very supportive with that, and I appreciate that very much. Each and every one of you that commented on that, that means a whole lot more than you would even guess. Because it helps a whole lot when you're in that position and you feel kind of all alone, and you know you're going to be separated from your family, and it just all these emotions and stuff. You know, it can be tough if you don't get a hold of yourself. You know, in those positions. For me, anyway, personally, it has been. Not too bad yet, and I've tried not to let my mind wander to that either, you know, because I've got a goal, and this is for my family, and I'm very happy that I got regional at least, because I'll only be gone 5 days and then home 2, so I'm very happy with that. In the future, I hope to be home even more, but that schedule is so much better already. 5 days, you know, gone and then home 2, because they were talking about me being gone maybe 7 to 14 days or something, and yeah, I wouldn't want to do that if I could avoid it. I love my time with my children too, so, and I always will. It's very precious time. But I've got goals in my life for myself and my family, and I've got goals that I'd like to accomplish towards helping other people as well. And I do believe this is going to be a great opportunity to make those things happen. It's up to me, you know, from here. So I've got my mind set on it. I'm excited. Anybody that's watching this, if you're thinking about maybe trying trucking, as I mentioned, I'll do my best to put out as much information as I can. I'm a beginner. There's a guy on my channel named Mike of the North, and he's reached out to me on comments, and he's even told me numerous times, you know, if you got any more questions, feel free to reach out by email. He's a very helpful guy, and he's got a lot of knowledge. He's been doing it for a long time. Check his channel out too if you like trucking, Mike of the North. But anyways, I guess before long, I'll probably take me a shower and head on to bed. I'm kind of tired already, kind of sleepy. Plan to get up early in the morning and see how the first day goes, and then I'll try to keep you updated. I'm not sure that I'll make a video every day. I may, you know, every 3 or 4 days and try to compile some stuff together and make videos out of that. But I guess I'll get off here. If not, I'll talk too much and this video will end up being much longer than I intended. I was really wanting to keep it 30 minutes, but it looks like it's going to be longer than that now. But anyways, all of you that have been supportive, I appreciate that very much. I hope each and every one of you have a blessed Thanksgiving with your family, your loved ones, and be safe, whatever you're doing. God bless.